want to wish all my fellow citizens of India on this very special day of the death anniversary of late Bharat Kesari Dr. Shyama Prasad Mookherjee. Shyama Prasad ji was not only the inspiration behind Hindu Maha Sabha, but he was also one of those creators of Maha Sabha. And today we should remember him because he was one person who ran from Kolkata to Kashmir to save Kashmir and to make it a very eternal part of India. And let the nation know and let the youth of India know that his sacrifice will not go in vain. And on this very special day, I, as the Central Observer for West Bengal, and my National President Rajeshri Chaudhary has already demanded for detailed investigation and establishing a commission to investigate the death of late Bharat Kesari Dr. Shyama Prasad Mookherjee.
Mr. Raja, let me ask you one question. It is almost 75 years of independence.
Yeah.
And Dr. Mukherjee has died long back under suspicious conditions.
Right.
Don't you think there is a bigger picture planning to eradicate the leaders who matters for the society?
Actually,
like Lal Bahadur Shastri, he also died, Shyama Prasad, and also Deen Dayal Upadhyay or all other big shots.
Actually, Shuman, what you say right now is very much correct. You see Shyama Prasad Mookherjee, Deen Dayal Upadhyay, then late Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, you would find a correlation, very unnatural deaths. And whether it is UPA government, whether it is the NDA government, very reluctant attitude, right, by the heads of the state. And the nation is also very silent because the nation is made silent with branding and a lot of other issues which is not matter of national priority at all, right? So I have every reason to say a big yes to you and say that people like Shyama Prasad Mookherjee, late Dr. Shyama Prasad Mookherjee, late Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, late Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay ji, all their unnatural deaths and the circumstances that led to those unnatural deaths should be investigated under the guidance of Honorable Supreme Court of India with an established commission.
Well, you are hitting the nail in the right direction, but my next question would be, do you really think the administration will take up this matter?
Administration might not, but you see there is something called people's movement. That is what political parties are for. That is what politicians are for. This country has not seen that kind of movement in the past 2 decades. It has been marriage of conveniences. You have seen a lot of poll violences. You have seen a lot of conversions in this country. You have seen so much, so forth. But where is that fury, on ground, on road protest that stops the nation, that stalls the country, and the world is looking at India and they say, oh my God, this is what is happening in India, right? So yes, politicians, political parties, they have to go down deep into the roots, make people understand what is intriguing the nation today, what is nation first. Nation first cannot be one branded iconic word which is coined so much, but it has to be on ground activation of that. So if we believe in nation first, we will wait for the administration to take the course of law. But if they defy this people's mandate, if they defy this voice of the people, then we should go for mass activation of these campaigns. And I believe that day is not far away when you will see people on the street.
Well, Mr. Raja, I must say people should follow the way you are saying, and that should be the way. But when people are standing on the national flag for getting 2 rupees kg of rice, and they are not bothered to take that off and respect it and put it in the right place, after 26th of January or 15th of August, well, the August is coming, you will see a lot of national flags are throwing in the garbage or anywhere, and there is no respect for it.
I believe what you say is a big crisis today in our society, because the first thing that we have done away with is the true education, the value-based education. And if you see the kind of population that we have and the literacy ratio to the actual population, it is very dismal. And in 2021, when we talk so much about spacecraft and suborbital tourism and going to Mars and everything, the first thing that we have not allowed is let education bring light to every household in India. That we have not been able to do. And this is all and everything to do with education, because we have not been able, I am responsible, you are responsible, the national heads of states are responsible, because they have failed to imbibe that spirit of the word nation, and I hope you understand that when the British left this country, we were not given true independence. It was just a transfer of power, right? That fact also is not known per se by many people. I would say hundreds and crores of people doesn't know. A few know this, a few know the nitty-gritty of this law. So first, from a congregation of states, let us first become a nation state. And once we become a nation state, then the nationalistic feeling would grow, and then you would not see the tricolor, the chains of the tricolor after 23rd or 26th or after 15th August lying on the ground, because then the true value of being the nation, being one soul, one goal, would be there in every household.
Well, Mr. Raja, it's a very nice thought, and it should be the way of life for any citizen, for any country, not only India. But I am giving you a hypothetical case to you.
Yeah.
And I have a set of thoughts on this. I'll express it.
Yeah.
And you are free to counter it, support it other way.
Okay.
If US, UK, Australia, Canada, or any first world country offers free visa, permanent residency, and to stuff, so that if you are Indian, you are free to come, don't you think that half the India will be left immediately and catching the next flight?
Actually, in a way yes, and in a way no. Yes, because yes, that would be very lucrative, better living conditions, better care, and better everything. So hypothetically, if everything is opened up like that, many would rush. At the same time, you would see today, even with today's conditions, there are many rich Indians, right? And there are many able Indians who can take up, immigration and go to those countries, but not all have taken that path. They have chosen to invest in India and to grow their business in India, grow their initiatives in India, and they have made India a very proud mother of their sons and daughters, right? So that is the no part of me, that yes, there might be a gold rush for the unfathomable and the inefficient few, but not for the larger part of the nation. And I believe that there are so many daughters and sons in this country who love their mother India, and they would do anything to bring up their nation as a superpower by 2030.
That's very nice of you. But second part of my question is
yes,
that even if that 50% or some major portion are going out for the opportunity, India is the 5th largest economy in the world. That means you are ahead of many big or name-famed countries in terms of your GDP, in terms of your economy. That the education we are imparting, that our educated youths are not understanding that opportunity is not outside, it is very much here and within. We should nurture and develop that into the fullest brim to come up to the number 1 position, leaving China or USA behind. So education, what you were saying just right before this question, you mentioned that we need good education.
Right.
Takshashila to Nalanda, we had once universities which used to be the world ruler.
Right.
Now, what is the future?
First of all, let me make a political statement out here. I have with me Rajiv Nath Roy, who is the West Bengal state spokesperson, standing right next to me. Right. The first thing that we have been doing during this COVID pandemic was that we have been on channels, live satellite channels, and spending channel minutes to tell people that we are there for them, right, for any kind of support that they need. That is to basically, educate people on the pandemic, what they should do, what they should not do, and if they need a help, let that be an expert help. So we wanted to, channelize the entire resources towards experts where they get right kind of advisory, right? Coming back to my political statement, Rajiv and I, we have been saying that if Hindu Maha Sabha, right, we would be fighting a lot of elections. It would not be like before when our Purvaja, they formed the Hindu Maha Sabha and they have been a silent force, guiding this nation. Then we had our MLAs, we have our MPs, and suddenly everything vanished, right? And we started doing a lot of work behind the curtain. So now this would not be anymore behind the curtain, but it is time to, show off the strength, both in terms of the intellect, the knowledge, the expertise, and of course the numbers on the ground. We are a Hindu majority country, right? So for Hindu Maha Sabha, it is a time to walk towards Hindu Rashtra, right? We are very consciously working towards this Hindu Rashtra concept, right? And we believe that in this country, if you have to live in this country, there should be one constitution, like we have one constitution, one national flag, right? One head of state. We should also have one law, right? That has to be amended as a Gen X law, which is relevant to today in 2021 to 2050, right? And then we have to tell every part of our nation that if you believe that you are a part of India and you are the part of this Pavitra Bharat Bhumi, then you have to abide by what is written within the spirit of our constitution and this one law, right? So going from there, if Akhil Bharat Hindu Maha Sabha comes to power in various parts of the country, and we have also ambition to get into the national power block, and when we are there, when our MPs are there, the first thing that we are going to do is to revive what was there, left by our Purvajas. Like as you said correctly, the Nalanda University, the Takshashila. We don't want to step down into a Muslim named railway station to go to Nalanda, right? That would be very unfortunate for us, right? So we would name it, we would name it a Nalanda, international railway station, and we will make it a point of confluence, like we have plans in Bengal, to convert the entire Nadia district as a center for Sanatana Dharma excellence, taking into mind Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right, and Navadvip Dham. So we want to transform this Navadvip Dham, right, and very soon we would be writing to Honorable Prime Minister of India on this.
You are aspiring for a ideal Hindu state, but while some people are saying that it is going to be the West Bangladesh, what is your
you see, we never see Muslims as a threat to us, we see them as facilitators, right? Because more there is an oppression, more there is, all this, what is going around, right? That would only help in Hindu resurgence and Hindu Jagran and Hindu unity. So Muslims are our brothers and sisters. They can live in this country as long as they, believe in the constitution of the country and in the legal framework of this country, right? We have nothing against them, but we are very focused on our own agenda to, serve the interest of the Hindus by all means, right? And to, of course, protect our, the rich heritage that we have inherited from our Purvajas of, Bharadwaj Muni and the Shandilya Muni and Kashyapa Muni. We have to, let people know that when we say during our pujas that what is your gotra, and we say my gotra is a Kashyapa gotra, that means I'm going ages back into the ancient times, into my great root, which is Kashyapa Muni, right? He has given his root to us across, transcending through generations, right? That's exactly where we want to go. We want to ignite that Vedic system, the Vedic culture, which is nothing but a science, less of a religion, more of a science. That is what Hinduism is according to us.
Thank you very much, Roger. So we'll continue our discussion very next day also, and hopefully some other tough questions will coming in your way.
Shuman, I would just, before you sign off, I would just like to give you a brief, right, that today our national president Rajeshri Chaudhary in Delhi had submitted one petition to the Honorable Prime Minister's office, which has been accepted, and she has demanded a commission to be established investigating the death of late Bharat Kesari Dr. Shyama Prasad Mookherjee. That's number one. Number two, Rajiv has updated you in a previous brief that We as Hindu Maha Sabha collectively has been in West Bengal demanding that there should be autopsies, right, on the deaths of COVID-19 related patients in any hospitals, right? And I would like to substantiate to you, right, officially, because that is on records now, and of course through a Times of India article which you can find in the archives, that till May 31st, 2021, we already have 4 autopsies done in this state of West Bengal, right? And these are under the consent given by the family relatives of the deceased. It's very unfortunate that the way these COVID deaths are happening, right? And we have the a lot of vaccine manufacturers across the world, and we have a lot of medicine, the pharma companies, who are trying to work up, right, what could be the best solutions, and with so much of variants over such a short period of time. And the scientists and the doctors and the frontline COVID warriors, every one of them, right, in the research lab, in the hospital, in the test laboratories, are finding it very difficult to gauge, right, how they should address this issue. So I think an autopsy, which can be made compulsory by the regulatory authorities of Government of India, will help these researchers with data, with trained analysis, and with such a large population with so many deaths happening, it will give very vital statistics and insight into the future of pharmacology. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Raja and Rajiv. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.